Welcome to Grownish Woman. I'm your host, Holly Teagarden. This is the podcast for women who are in the messy middle of midlife. Your kids are growing up, your hormones are doing whatever they want, and that quiet little voice is asking, okay, well, what do I want to be when I grow up? And it's getting louder by the day. We talk about the stuff everybody is going through, but nobody wants to talk about. We laugh at the chaos, we sit in the hard parts, and we do it all without judgment, because midlife does not come with a manual, but it does come with this podcast. Let's go. Welcome back to season 2 of Grownish Woman podcast. It has been a hot minute. Much respect to the podcasters who never take a break. You definitely need that time to rest and find new ideas for the podcast. I feel like even though it's been a month, a lot of things have shifted for me. The biggest one is my mom moved out, and it was just having kind of revelations from that. Honestly, I'm going to say something. I'm being really real and transparent here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you know what? This is Grownish Woman, where we talk about the things that nobody's talking about and everybody's going through. When my mom left, I realized how much she was pitting my sister, my older sister, and I against each other. And not even during this time, but our whole adult life. I did not know what triangulation was. Yeah. And it was really a revelation for me. There's grief, there's hurt, but honestly, I've just kind of let go of the hurt. There's nothing that can be done at this point. It's being aware of what transpired, making sure that I never do that to somebody, and talking about it so that other people who are going through it can realize they are not alone. This whole caregiving idea, we are going to expound on the triangulation. It was really interesting. When I was on Threads, I saw someone post about it. And when I made a comment, I didn't realize how many people go through that. It was like my most popular thread post. So yeah, that will be later in the season. Another thing that happened to me, my daughter is home after the whole kid to college. She came back home. She needed a moment, and she is going to college. She is going to college locally, but she is going to be living at home. I'm really excited for her. I think it's good that she's living at home. It didn't work out with the whole roommate thing. So I think if she can find somebody this year that she would love to live with, that would be amazing for her. But we're not really empty nesting. And so there's also, I don't know if it's grief, but it's just being flexible and identifying that what I thought was going to be is not the case. What I thought my life was going to be when my daughter turned 18 was not the case. And I think a lot of people go through this, and it's okay. I think it's okay to talk about it. And, I feel like in the third season, yes, I've already planned the third season. We have Boomerang Kids as an episode. So we'll be talking about that more, but it is an identity shift when they leave for college, you being like, they don't need me anymore. I mean, they always need you, but then coming back, and my daughter doesn't have a license, so I'm going to be part of the transportation. Yeah. And just kind of wearing more of a hat that I did when she was in high school. It's all good. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I'm okay with it. Another thing that happened to me was I launched a business, and the name of it is Spoken Over Her. I think so many women have some great ideas when they're in their 40s and 50s, but they're afraid to launch something. And for the first time, I'm leading with God. This is a business that He put on my heart. He kind of told me what to do. And I've been an entrepreneur for a while. This is the first time that God told me to do a business. So let me give you a little insight about the business, because I wasn't even going to talk about it. I had this revelation as I was driving about Post-it notes. And I know that seems really wild. I heard the Holy Spirit, and He told me to put verses on Post-it notes. And I was just like, what the heck? And I leaned into what He was saying. And then He told me he wanted me to do a journal. And I'm like, oh, I don't journal. I do Apple Notes more than anything. But he was, no, in your way. And I knew he was talking like digital. And so I've created, through the help of an AI tool called Lovable, a Bible journal app. It has components that no other Bible journal apps have. All of those things are unspoken overher.com. We also have shareable cards. We're going to have merch and some other things. So if you are interested, you can learn more about it. I'll put it in the notes. I've never had my anchor being him in a business. I've done a lot of contract work and there wasn't much alignment with the Lord. It was like, let me have some cash. One of the things that we're going to discuss in season 2, I'm going to be having a friend on who left the corporate world to start her own thing. She'll be talking more about it. Her name is Holly as well. And I think it's just important to remember that even in the 40s and 50s, it's okay to take those big leaps, to really lean in on your integrity and to try new things. So I'm really looking forward to that conversation. It'll actually be the second conversation after this one. I feel like I've had a bunch of wins. My marriage is solid, and especially in the season of mom leaving, daughter coming back, all the things. I'm really in a good place with my husband, and he is my person. He is my best friend. I love him. I love spending time with him. I love learning more about him. I love sleeping next to him. I love worshiping with him. He is I've healed more with my stepdaughter, which has been an amazing road. I feel in the last, 6 months or so, really healing with her and embracing being a grandma, which has just been really awesome. I honestly never thought I was going to be a grandma, and embracing grandma and grandpa and what that means. And you know what that means? It means having fun, friends. It means having fun. Another thing I learned was setting boundaries. I've talked about this before, but I tell you what, setting boundaries, that's important. When you feel like something's not right, you're okay to say no. I'm just going to leave it there. There's going to be a little pause. But yeah, at 52, I've learned boundaries. I hope you are, and that we just take control of our lives because we deserve it. Lastly, the big win is just, oh my gosh, I've had such deeper friendships at church. It has been so great. My small group that I go to, these women mean so much to me. There are other friends within the church that I have leaned in on, and I can't say enough about it. I feel I'm alive when I'm with them, that I'm closer to God when I'm with them, and they make me want to be a better person. So get yourself a crew like that for sure. Get yourself a posse. I guess in the middle, if I were to talk about where I'm still in the middle, aren't we? I mean, we're always in the middle, right? The messy middle. Ooh, I have not worked out, y'all. I talked about that at the beginning of season 1. I'm just not there. I know it's bad. I know I need to move my body, but I don't know what the hang up is. I just don't care. I know that's terrible because it's my health that we're talking about. Please, somebody, SOS. I really want to try Pilates, but getting a machine and not having an instructor, or going to a place where the instructors and the people and I don't know. SOS. That is my messy middle. I'm coming out of the closet. I do not work out. I don't move my body. I feel like the messy middle, and I broached this at the beginning, is my whole bomb thing, working through it. It's been a lot. It's been very much a healing process. Maybe I'll be in the messy middle of that for a while, And also what my day looks like. That's really the middle. The spoken over her is not making money. It just started. This does not make money. It just started. And it's what does my day look like? I am leading with God, but what does my day look like? How do I make money? How do I provide for my family? I'm very lucky. My husband is the breadwinner, but still, that not eats at me, but I think about that. Yeah. And I'm just pausing on that because I'm going to digress for a second. But this messy middle is something brand new for me, honestly, because before I met my husband, I was the breadwinner. And yeah, it's just a new hat for me for the last 8 years that I still have hard time with. Oh my gosh, one second. Hey, I still have a hard time with. No, I still have a hard time just not contributing at the level that I feel like I need to contribute. Nobody's putting pressure on me with that. It's just more in my head, but it is something that I think about. I try not to dwell about it, but it is something I think about. But let's talk about next season. Season 2, honey. I'm very excited. As I was saying, we're going to have somebody talking about career pivoting, my friend Holly, and yeah, being at a certain age and being like, you know what, I want to work for myself and this is what I want to do and these are my boundaries. And so my hope with that is that you're going to be like, you know what, if she could do it, so could I. We're also going to talk about hair loss. This one, I don't really, I mean, I've had thinning hair, but I haven't really dealt with this. But so many women in peri and menopause, the pauses, so many women in the pauses have dealt with hair loss and nobody is really talking about it. And so I'll have on my hairdresser who owns a hair salon, and they actually have a whole section of their hair salon for hair loss. And she is bringing on one of her clients that happens to be a GP doctor. So it's a really interesting conversation. We're also going to be having a conversation about moms getting an ADHD or ASD diagnosis when later in life, when they have neurodivergent kids. So many women now are getting those diagnoses. And so it's kind of like, how are you feeling? How are you navigating? Why did you get it? So I have 2 friends that are going to be talking about that, which I think it's going to be really helpful. We're going to be talking to a specialist about sleep issues when it comes to the pause. Why are we waking up? Why can't we fall asleep? We're going to be talking to a therapist about triangulation. Cause honey, I did not know what that was until last month. And I just feel like after seeing threads that this is something that we need to bring alive. Also, one of the episodes falls on my birthday because we launch on Fridays. And so I will be turning 53. Isn't that crazy? And so I feel like that's going to be a solo one. And yeah, it's going to be talking about what I've learned, probably a lot about boundaries, and then parenting the parent. And that is season 2. So let me just put it without all my rambling. We're going today, this one, midlife career pivot, parenting your parent, what's happening to my hair. I just got diagnosed with ADHD, what I know at 53, what the heck happened to my sleep score. I was today years old when I learned about triangulation, and then just a wrap up of the season. And then the following season 3, we're going to be talking about losing your parents, divorcing in your 40s. So many people are doing that. Boomerang kids, sleep divorce. That's a whole thing. I'm very intrigued by that. But yeah, and some other things. So I just feel like we are on a path and I am so excited to take it with you. Please, please, please reach out. Let's chat. And yeah, that's all I got. I look forward to talking to you every Friday here on Grownish Woman. Okay, that is a wrap on today's episode of Grownish Woman. And honestly, I could have kept going. If something you heard today made you laugh, made you cry, or maybe made you text your best friend and say you have to listen to this, that's exactly why I created it. Do me a favor. If you're loving the show, please subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts and leave a review. It takes 2 minutes and it really means the world to me. It also helps other women in the messy middle find us. And trust me, they need the community just as much as we do. Come find me on Instagram, Grownish Woman Podcast, and keep the conversation going because what we talk about here doesn't need to stop when the episode ends. I'll see you next August. Until then, be a little kinder to yourself. You're doing better than you think.